EU trade negotiators are refusing to back down on cold storage requirements for imported citrus fruit from South Africa. They say the regulations will stop the false codling moth disease from entering the EU.
South Africa has been exporting oranges and citrus to the EU for more than 100 years. And in 100 years, nothing of anything we had ever established there. So South Africa is not a culprit in breaching plant health rules, especially not on citrus.
New measures require South African farmers to refrigerate their oranges at a temperature of 2 degrees or lower for a period of 25 days prior to export. This is an expensive exercise as it requires massive investments for new fridge trucks and containers.
We're spending about 3.7 billion a year on mitigating measures, meaning that we've got risk management systems for both CBS and FCM.
Measures themselves should be based or justified in science and in international standards, and the phytosanitary measures should, in theory, be in existence only to protect, to the extent necessary, the plant health of the European Union from the introduction of the false codling moth.
The main citrus harvest season will commence soon, but farmers still don't know where the fruit will go.
Between 300 and 500 million that we will lose. And of course, it'll have a massive gap in the market in Europe, meaning that they won't be able to buy their oranges as they normally do. So that would be the consumers in Europe would have a big knock-on effect in terms of being able to eat really good quality, excellent and cosmetically beautiful South African fruits.
140,000 people currently work in the citrus industry, and between 5,000 and 8,000 new jobs are created every year. These jobs are at risk if the EU doesn't budge.
Phytosanitary measures are a complicated part of international trade law, and I think that this case between South Africa and the European Union is one that is a particularly good example of just how complicated that can get, but also the very real world consequences that farmers, that exporters, that a lot of people within this chain do face when these measures are adapted.
President Cyril Ramaphosa has appealed to his European counterparts to steer away from protectionism. South Africa did file a complaint with the WTO in July last year, but there's been little resolve since. Sumitra Naidu, CGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.